So, John, we just had our annual get-together. Every September we meet to plan the following year. What have we talked about today?
It's quite a long, holistic day. I think we look at what we've achieved this year, what have been the highlights. We look at the things that our amazing staff have achieved, which is a pleasure to work with. And we talk about our dreams, aspirations and goals for the future.
Right, so a lot of those are chiefly centred around our Crux database. What's happened in Crux in the last year?
Well, Crux in the last year, we've grown the team. I think it's the most important thing. Added some really skilled individuals. Our tech lead, James Henderson, for instance. And we're continuing to power on. I think a lot of it is adding features. There's quite a long way to go in terms of the roadmap, and it's about getting the core be more stable and resilient, and just getting that beta API in place.
And you've got some new bitemporal features or temporality features coming down the pipeline in the roadmap, John?
Yeah, so I think the goal for next year is to build more features, so full text search, we want GraphQL, we really want to get to the essence of what it is to add a schema to a schemaless database. But to answer your question about the temporal features, finishing off that temporal feature set of Crux. So right now you can query at a point in time, but we want people to query across time, to query when something was true.
Yeah, sounds great. So we've got the time at the bottom, which is the bedrock of everything that we're building from now on.
Yep.
And then we've got this lovely schemaless graph data model resting on top.
Yeah.
And the powerful graph queries that with Datalog, and we've just announced SQL as well as an access mechanism. So as we build more and more of that schema on top, we're having another layer we call form, where we're going to build all these types and tables and schemas and structures to really kind of allow people to express their kind of business shapes and processes and patterns in the database. So that's very exciting.
What's interesting is people talk about schemaless, but all we're really doing is deferring the decision of schema. So we still like schema, we still need form, but it's at what point do you add it? And the beautiful thing about that is that you can add different versions of schema at different points in time.
That's right. It's all part of the timeline, all capturing the evolution of a business as they understand their domain through their schema. So that's a fantastic thing. And then we've got a new website for the Crux documentation. We launched that recently, didn't we?
Yeah, opencrux.com. We've had it for a while, but I think it's starting to take shape now, given it some new aesthetics. Yeah. And do you want to talk about, or are we allowed to talk about Crux Club?
First rule of Crux Club, can't talk about Crux Club. Apart from that, we are going to announce something in the future, something that will allow people to get much more closer to the inner circle, I guess, more of early releases.
It's kind of keeping up to date with Crux, to hear about the releases, about webinars, and also if you join Crux Club, we shall give you a Juxt Crux t-shirt.
Now this tree up here, lovely oak tree, beautiful, isn't it, John?
It's fantastic.
Do you know who planted that tree?
No, who planted it?
Queen Victoria.
Queen Victoria, wow. Definitely a beautiful oak. So we're here today, this is Ashridge House, if you want to spin it around. As Malcolm said, this is our yearly offsite. So it's been a big year for us, really. I think we've been able to use this very strange year to focus and to build, and getting those layers in place, the time, the form, the code, the data, as Malcolm puts it, sort of the methodology of Juxt. And I think what's most important is that we always deliver for our clients, our amazing clients, and those long-lasting partnerships. But it's fair to say we want to continue to grow and to understand what this schemaless Crux document database, what it can really offer, and how far it can go, and how it can help the industry.
Yeah, it's got huge potential. Very exciting year ahead. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, indeed. So this is our tree.
I just want to show you the sign up there, just to prove that it was actually planted by none other than Queen Victoria.